The loudspeaker debate has been going on for a while now, but now it has escalated to another level and across the states. Following Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's directive, the action that was taken was over 10,500 unauthorized loudspeakers allegedly were removed from religious places across the state of Uttar Pradesh. This statewide drive was undertaken to remove these unauthorized loudspeakers and set the volume of others within permissible limits of the decibel level. But how did it escalate to other states? Take a look at this. MNS Chief Raj Thackeray praised UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath for taking down the loudspeakers in Uttar Pradesh, meaning that he's taking action, not just delivering lip service. But then he took this opportunity to take a jibe at Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, who's also his cousin brother. The MNS chief said there were no yogis in Maharashtra, there are only bhogis. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar has hit back, saying he will not allow any instigation of communal tension to escalate in the state of Maharashtra, claiming Yogi Adityanath's move is his own prerogative of his government. And Ajit Pawar has questioned why wasn't the issue of loudspeakers raised before this day.
अच्छी बात है जो राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री निर्णय ले रहे हैं वो लाउडस्पीकर निकालें, सबको साथ में लेकर सबका विश्वास जीतकर अगर लाउडस्पीकर निकल रहे हैं बिल्कुल निकालें। इससे तो सबसे अच्छी चीज़ ये होगी कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास जो एक पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा है वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा।
जहाँ पर ज़्यादा लाउड स्पीकर लगे हुए हैं वहाँ पर इंतज़ामिया के ज़रिए से लाउड स्पीकर उतरवाने का काम किया गया और उसमें तमाम मसाजिद के ज़िम्मेदारों ने, तमाम दरगाहों के खानकाहों के ज़िम्मेदारों ने उसका स्वागत किया, उसका वेलकम किया है। तो ये कोई भी काम ऐसा जो कानून के दायरे में रहकर किया जाएगा, हम हमेशा से उसका इस्तकबाल करते हैं और इस बात की ज़रूर कोशिश करते हैं कि किसी भी काम से या किसी भी फेल से किसी दूसरे शख्स को उसकी तकलीफ़ नहीं पहुँचनी चाहिए।
All right, so remember, this is now escalated because this is about taking action. Remember, from Maharashtra to Uttar Pradesh to other states as well, even further down south in Karnataka, there was demand over the noise levels coming in from loudspeakers, primarily and mainly the loudspeaker on the mosques. Now, Yogi Adityanath government has removed and pulled down some of these loudspeakers, and not just on mosques, I must add here, but also on temples and other religious sites. But what did MNS Chief Raj Thackeray say? Congratulate Yogi for removing loudspeakers. Not just that, MNS chief goes ahead to say, we have only bhogis, not yogis. And bhogis referring to the fact that we are only suffering here, that there's no Yogi Adityanath to take action, and that we hope good sense prevails. He's put this reaction on social media site Twitter. But of course, while praising Yogi Adityanath, it's a jibe on Uttar Pradesh, on Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray while praising the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister. So that's a big news coming in. Remember, for now, while Uddhav Thackeray directly has not responded, Ajit Pawar has said, we will not let communal tensions emerge in the state of Maharashtra. Remember, Hanuman Chalisa by the Rana couple had become a massive showdown. But what you see on your screens are different areas. These are different districts. Bareilly, Mirzapur, all other areas, they're in Bulandshahr, Shamli, in Uttar Pradesh, where these specific loudspeakers have been removed. But of course, the showdown is in Maharashtra. So let's go across to Maharashtra and to Mumbai, where my colleague Mustafa Sheikh is reporting live on this. It's very interesting, Mustafa, isn't it, that what's playing out in Uttar Pradesh is actually having repercussions in Maharashtra politics. How is the government, who all have responded from the Shiv Sena, NCP, or basically the Aghadi government, over what Raj Thackeray has said by praising Yogi Adityanath?
Well, of course, this issue is resonating with all political parties across the country because it's an issue which can happen across the country because the mosques are there across the country. There are two ways to look at it. One, the politics of it, and the communal tension which is rising. Because Raj Thackeray is now going to take another big sabha in Aurangabad of district of Maharashtra on 1st of May. The police is going to grant conditional permission. What he says is something which will further escalate the tensions because he has given a deadline of May 3 to Maharashtra government to remove all the loudspeakers from the mosque. Look at the perspective of Maharashtra government. They don't want to give in that Hindutva or any other political ground to MNS, and hence they are saying that only loudspeakers outside religious places which are legalized, which have permission from the local politician will be allowed to stay, and rest which does not have permission will be removed. But at the same point of time, the law and order aspect has to be taken in consideration also. The Mahavikas Aghadi, be it the NCP, be it the Shiv Sena, be it the Congress, they are saying that this is something, a divisive technique, and this is taking away the attention from issues like inflation and other things. But MNS continues to press for it that loudspeakers should be removed. If it does not remove, the government does not report it till May 3rd, then they'll come on road. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the Aurangabad Sabha of Raj Thackeray, and then later on May 3, further decisions will be taken back to you.
And Mustafa will be tracking all the latest. Remember, MNS Chief Raj Thackeray had basically started the loudspeaker issue in the state of Maharashtra, and he clearly wants to harp on it for as long as possible. We have some big breaking news coming in. Let's take a look at that. Now some statistics and data has come from Uttar Pradesh. We are now being told over 21,900 loudspeakers have been removed from religious places, irrespective of religions, in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Additionally, according to the fresh data that has come in, loudspeaker volume has been reduced in 42,300 places. So the government is claiming this is a massive drive with regard to loudspeakers. Many had claimed it was a menace. According to the government, this is on all religious places where they have been found. 21,900 loudspeakers have been removed. 42,300 places, and specifically loudspeakers that have been put in religious places, their volume have now been told to be turned down. So there's a drive that's taking place in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The question is, will other states facing this controversy, will they want to take a similar action? But India today decided to delve deep into what exactly is this loudspeaker controversy and to pull down the noise level as well. India today's investigation actually exposed Uttar Pradesh's anti-loudspeaker drive. The investigation found that in some areas, the cops who were deployed to take action were not exactly trained to track the noise pollution. They were not exactly aware of the decibel levels of the devices to be used and how to use the applications that they had been asked to track the decibel level. Take a look at this special report.
A drive against a long-ignored pollutant. After Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath issued directions on microphones at religious sites, authorities are on the overdrive to take out unauthorized loudspeakers. But physical removal of devices is just one part of enforcing existing rules that cover noise pollution in the state. An India Today investigation found police in various parts of the state aren't yet equipped to target noise that originates from authorized sources but surpasses the prescribed threshold. And if that's not enough, our probe also revealed many aren't even aware that sound can be measured in units called decibels, leave alone the equipment and applications that tackle and track noise pollution. At the Muradnagar police station in Ghaziabad district, Senior Sub-Inspector Sompal and Head Constable Kamal Hassan were at their wits' end when asked about decibel equipment.
तो आप लोगों के पास वो डेसिबल मीटर जो होगा वो है थाने में या नहीं है? वो दिखा रहा हूँ। अच्छा, तो आप लोगों के पास डेसिबल मीटर है थाने में जिसे नापेंगे कि 70 डेसिबल से ज़्यादा या कम है? हाँ? हवाई मामले हैं तो मुझे सब पता कि वहाँ सुविधा मिल रही है तो फिर कैसे नापोगे आप लोग? कैसे नापेंगे वो तो पता नहीं कैसे नापेंगे तो।
We next visit Meerut. At the Partapur police station here, SI Vijender Sharma admitted they were not technologically savvy or equipped to enforce the anti-noise pollution drive in totality.
तो आप कैसे सुनिश्चित करेंगे कि ये 85 डेसिबल तक या 70 डेसिबल तक है?
देखिए उसमें ये रखा जाएगा कि उसकी जो आवाज़ है वो परिसर से बाहर न जाए,
परिसर से बाहर।
हाँ। लेकिन उसमें आप लोगों के पास मीटर है?
आपने मीटर हम लोगों के पास में मीटर नहीं है, लेकिन जो प्रोवाइड कराए जाएंगे अब शासन स्तर से या जो प्रशासनिक है। लेकिन आज आप
अभी नहीं है।
अभी जो वो क्या नाम थाना स्तर पर जो क्या नाम है ध्वनि मीटर नहीं आएगी।
The station house officer of Meerut Sadar police station is also dependent on conventional methods.
इसको लागू कराने में कितनी दिक्कतें होंगी आप लोगों को?
जैसे लागू कराने में कोई दिक्कत हो जाएगी।
नहीं, आप मतलब किस तरीके से करा रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं?
हाँ, बात मीटिंग करी थी, पेश कमेटी की मीटिंग करी थी।
अच्छा।
उसमें सबको यह राय देगी क्योंकि भाई जो सरकार की गाइडलाइंस हैं उनके अनुसार ही आप वॉल्यूम करेंगे, ध्वनि प्रदूषण नहीं होगा।
लेकिन वो जो ध्वनि प्रदूषण है, जो साउंड है, उसको आप कैसे मेजर करेंगे? मीटर है आप पे, वो डेसिबल मीटर है?
नहीं, वो तो किसी भी थाने में नहीं है मीटर, मुझे लगता नहीं वो मीटर किसी।
तो फिर कैसे करेंगे कि 85 से कम या 70 से कम है?
तो चाहिए ना एक कानून, क्योंकि एक आदेश को एग्जीक्यूट करने का एक प्रॉपर तरीका होता है, या नहीं होता है?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल होता है।
कोई कान से सुन के थोड़ी आप डिसाइड कर लेगा किसी।
ना कान से सुन के तो कोई भी नहीं कर पाएगा।
तो फिर कैसे कम करा रहे हैं, मतलब क्या बोल रहे हैं उनको कि कम कर दो बस? कि आप किसी भी धार्मिक स्थल पर जाएंगे तो ये कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे कि ये जो प्रिस्क्राइब लेवल है उससे ज़्यादा या कम है?
तो हम अब यहाँ उनसे प्रशासनिक अधिकारियों से तालमेल करके उनसे बुलाएंगे, उनको करेंगे उनके पास सेंटर होगा, कुछ ना कुछ यंत्र होगा, है ना, उनको मेजरमेंट करने के लिए होगा।
नहीं तो उस वक्त तो
ऐसे मैडम से फोन पर बात होगी, अभी करता हूँ,
नहीं तो उस वक्त सपोज किए कि आप गए और तेज़ में बज रहा है, जब तक आपने इक्विपमेंट किसी और से सोर्स करके मंगाया,
साथ में लेके चलेंगे ना, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, आपको साथ बात कर रहा हूँ, साथ में अगर मान लीजिए बज रहा है तो।
लेकिन आप ये कैसे सुनिश्चित कर रहे हैं कि इतने डेसिबल में बजेगा?
ये उनको जिन्होंने लगवाए ना, जहाँ से लाउड स्पीकर जो खरीदे हैं, तो उनसे जो पूछ के आएंगे ना कि भाई कितने थे, इसमें क्या थे, जहाँ से खरीदा उन्होंने लाउड स्पीकर, जो खरीदने वाला है वही तो बताएगा। उनको नोटिस दिया ना, एक नोटिस में उनको दिखा दिया कि इतने डेसिमल, तो उनसे हमने उनसे जहाँ से उन्होंने खरीदा है, जो लाउड स्पीकर खरीदा है, वहाँ उस दुकान पे जाके बताएंगे कि भाई ये ऐसा है, इसमें कितने डेसिमल का है, कितने हैं, वो करके क्लियर करना।
डेसिबल तो आपके पास डेसिबल मीटर है
ना? हमारे पास नहीं होता, वो तो जो लगाने वाला उस पर होगा, हम पे क्यों होगा? हमारा तो काम है पालन कराना।
Authorities have divided areas into industrial, commercial, residential and silent zones. Each has a set decibel limit for day and night times. Countries battling noise pollution deploy a range of devices to map it and prosecute offenders. The noise radar in Paris identifies loud vehicles. Researchers in Belgium have developed this app to record sound levels and GPS locations. Technology has made it easier to record and report breaches in real time without being tech savvy. But if law enforcement remains untrained and under-equipped, states may end up making peace with noise once again. Mohammad Hizbullah and Nitin Jain for India Today's Special Investigation Team.
And this special report of India Today has clearly found notice with the Yogi Adityanath government and the senior police officers, because Uttar Pradesh ADG Law and Order Prashant Kumar has now reacted to this investigation on police's technological limitations that they are facing while asked to control the noise pollution. Here's what he said.
देखिए, एक ये बहुत ही अभिनव प्रयोग किया गया है और लाउड स्पीकर के कारण बहुत ही ज़्यादा शोरगुल और नॉइज पोल्यूशन होता था और लगभग 35,000 ऐसे लाउड स्पीकर की ध्वनि कम की गई है और 11,000 करीब लाउड स्पीकर उतारे गए हैं।
Let's go across on the ground now, because my colleague Samarth Srivastava is getting us all the latest. Some of these visuals are coming in of the loudspeakers that are either being pulled down or they are being asked to monitor the levels of the decibel noise level of that. Let's go across to now Samarth tracking the latest. Samarth, do tell us this, that at this point, before I go across to him, I want these visuals to now figure out exactly what is happening in the state. And now remember, many of these areas where mosques are being pulled down are primarily mosques, but there are also temples. Now, which are the areas where this has happened? Bareilly, Mirzapur, Rai Bareilly. There is also Gonda, the capital city Lucknow, Kaushambi, Shamli, and Bulandshahr as well. So these are some of these areas where currently the anti-loudspeaker drive has taken place. We are being told, as you can see, not just mosques, but other religious places also is now where the loudspeakers are being monitored. Samarth gets us the latest. Samarth, so there are many locations from Rai Bareilly to Gonda to Lucknow to Bulandshahr where this action has been taken. But how will the police ensure that they have pulled down the loudspeakers, they do not go back up? Because ADG Law and Order says this is a fairly new, innovative action that they are taking.
See, Uttar Pradesh police has started a crackdown against the loudspeakers which are completely unauthorized, yes, and around 21,000 loudspeakers have been removed so far, while the volume of around 40,000 loudspeakers have been turned down, have been reduced to a check, like there shouldn't be any kind of live wall solution. The whole thing started after Raj Thackeray complained and said that there will be anomalies and mosques, and thereafter Yogi Adityanath government started a crackdown, and it is not just limited to mosques. The loudspeakers of around campus have also been removed, so that there shouldn't be any discrimination when it comes to the removal of loudspeakers. What ADG Law and Order Prashant Kumar has said, and Yogi Adityanath has clearly ordered that there shouldn't be any discrimination when it comes to mosque or campus. Proper, whichever loudspeakers are unauthorized must be removed, while where there are plenty of loudspeakers in some crowded area, the volume should be lessened so that the public shouldn't be disturbed with the voice of those loudspeakers. Yes, Uddhav.
Samarth, keep tracking all the latest on this. Samarth has sent us these inputs coming in from across Uttar Pradesh. So remember, the bulldozer Baba is now drowning the loudspeaker noise, the political showdown scene in other states as well. Will this help end the controversy, calm communal nerves? That remains to be seen.